Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we're doing a what I eat in a day video. I'm currently in a main gaining phase where I'm maintaining my weight, but I still want to gain a little bit of muscle and make a little bit of progress with time. For those of you that are new here, my name is Queen Vii, that's VII. Press the red subscribe button and become a honeybee today for free. Give mama a big fat like and check out all of my links down below. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. So as most of you know, I am a personal trainer and I've been training since I was 21 years old. I'm currently 35, but I recently had a baby. By recently, I mean like 4 years ago. She just turned 4 last month, but she's not yet in school because she was born late August, which means she can't start school till next year, which I was actually really happy about because that means I get to spend a little bit of extra time with her. I am not ready to let her go just yet. But with that being said, that means that as a busy mommy of 2, because I also have a 15-year-old teenager, I can't really be going to the gym very much. So I've decided to just stay in a main gaining phase where I'm not in a calorie deficit or in a calorie surplus where I'm bulking or anything. I am just trying to maintain what I have, but progress a little bit as well, just nothing crazy, at least until Paris starts school. Because when she starts school, then I can go to the gym anytime I want. Right now, I do most of my workouts at home, and I'm only able to go to the gym every Monday and Saturday, where I do all of my leg day stuff because I don't have those huge machines at home. Even if I could afford them, I don't have anywhere to put them right now. So I do have to go to the gym for leg day, which I do twice a week. And then the other weightlifting day that I do is just an upper body cardio, like hybrid, so I get both things done in one workout. 3 days a week I'm weightlifting, and then the other 3 I'm in stage 2 cardio. So all of my recipes and everything that I'm going to show you is just super easy things that anybody can do because I just don't have time for anything complex. I start off every morning with a cup of black coffee, and my black coffee is just a half a cup of black coffee, and then I put in 2 powdered stevias. I don't like the liquid stevia, it's from hell and it tastes disgusting because it just has this horrible aftertaste. But the powdered stevia or the sugar granulated stevia has a really good flavor. It doesn't give you that like aftertaste the way other sweeteners do. So I do recommend stevia, but only like the powdered packet. Then I top my coffee with cinnamon, and then at noon I have my wheatgrass. After I have my wheatgrass at noon, I have my first meal at 1:15. Because I like to do a 16-hour fast before my first meal, so that's why I eat at 1:15 every day, unless I'm going to the gym. If I'm going to the gym, then I just have a cup of fruit, some grapes and strawberries right before my routine, and then I have my first meal when I get home on the days that I lift. So for breakfast on this day, I had 3 eggs, a packet of tuna with a slice of sharp cheddar cheese. And when I was trying to lose weight, I didn't add the cheese. I would just have the eggs and the tuna together. But now that I'm main gaining, I'm not that restrictive on the calories. And then I had some crackers with mayo. I love crackers with mayo. I grew up with that, and I think that that's why I like it so much, because it's just a habit that I kind of developed as a child. From my mom used to eat a lot of soda crackers with mayo, and I adopted that from her, and it seems like something that I can never let go. Maybe it's a generational curse. After breakfast, I have my supplements, and I also have some dark chocolate with a cookie. When I was trying to lose weight, I just subtracted the cookie and I just had the dark chocolate. So I would subtract the cheese, I would subtract the cookie. It would just be like eggs and tuna with a slice of toast and then a little bit of dark chocolate. But now that I'm main gaining, I add that little cookie, I add the cheese with my eggs, and it seems to be working just fine for me. They taste just like the Girl Scout cookies, the samoas. Which I loved also when I was a little girl. I think a lot of things that I haven't subtracted from my life and I've kept are from my childhood, like the soda crackers and the coconut cookies. They're just something that I grew up with, so it just brings like a mental comfort, and I'm not gonna fight it, because something that I've learned is that you can't restrict yourself too much, because then you're just going to feel depressed, and when you feel depressed you actually burn less fat, so it's counterproductive anyways. My favorite dark chocolate is from Aldi's. I love to get their dark chocolate with almonds. I have not been able to find any other dark chocolate that tastes just as good and just as smooth as the Aldi's dark chocolate. I mean, I've been searching high and low because sometimes I go to Aldi's just to get this chocolate. Like, that's how good it is. So if you guys get a chance to try their dark chocolate that comes in the purple label with almonds, you're gonna love it. It's not chalky. It doesn't take forever to like, you know, eat. So it's so good. So after my first meal at 1:15 p.m. I have my lunch at around 5:30, and on this day for lunch I had chicken nuggets with cottage cheese and a salad. The salad, I just put some salt and spray it with olive oil, like 2 or 3 sprays of olive oil, not too much. And then the cottage cheese, you just plop it on there. And then the chicken nuggets, I've been using the Real Good chicken nuggets because I used to use the Purdue, but one of my favorite influencers, Amy Macero, she was talking about how amazing the Real Good chicken nuggets are and how much better they are in calories and protein, and I decided to give them a try, and I definitely made the switch. They taste so much better, and they have more protein, and they have less calories. So those Real Good chicken nuggets are super good. They're a lifesaver because you don't really have to cook them. You can put them in the microwave or you can put them in the oven. And then I finish it off with a protein shake. I love to have a scoop of protein shake. My favorite protein shake is the strawberry protein shake by GNC, which is the gold standard, I believe. Now they have it at Walmart, so yay me. I also like to have a cup of green tea in the afternoon because I used to have like this afternoon crash, and I didn't want to drink coffee because caffeine like gives me anxiety. I can only drink caffeine just for my workout, like as a pre-workout, or I have like a little bit, like a quarter of a cup if I am just doing steps that day, and that's all the caffeine I have. And so a cup of green tea after lunch really perks me up and gives me more energy for the rest of the day, so I don't have to like take a nap or drink some coffee or anything like that. I love the natural energy that green tea gives you without giving you the jitters, so I definitely recommend green tea if you get those afternoon like kind of sleepies from running around the whole day. I'm not a like nap person. My husband loves to take naps, but I do not. I refuse to take naps. I tell him, yeah, we sleep when we die, okay? I'm not gonna go to sleep. I have stuff to do. After lunch on this day, I had more chocolate. I love Nutella. I also grew up with Nutella. I've been noticing a pattern here in this video as I'm recording, and that is that everything that I kind of feel kind of guilty of, you know, that I haven't subtracted from my diet, that is not like super healthy, oh my god, every single one has been something from my childhood. Like, wow, I just came to realization with that. The Nutella, the coconut cookies for after breakfast, and the crackers with mayo, all childhood stuff that I won't let go just because it's from my childhood and it brings me comfort. So I just had like a spoonful of chocolate for dessert after lunch. I always have dessert, always, always, always. And I prefer chocolate. I prefer hazelnut chocolate or dark chocolate. I just don't have like a ton of dessert. Like if I'm gonna have cookies, then it's just one cookie. If I'm gonna have chocolate, then it's a small spoonful of chocolate. I just don't have a ton of sugar. For dinner, I usually like to make some rice and chili. And this is not really chili. It's because it doesn't taste like chili. It's just beans and ground either ground beef or ground turkey. I know that turkey is less in calories, so I try to incorporate a little bit more turkey than beef, but I know beef is extremely good for like muscle building and your health. I think one of my favorite doctors was talking about how beef was like the best meat that you can have for so many reasons. But because it's a little bit higher in calories, I do like to use ground turkey and alternate between ground beef and ground turkey for my chili. But it's just beans and ground turkey or ground beef mixed together, and then I just do like all the Puerto Rican seasonings: adobo, sofrito, sazon, salsa. Like I do all the classic seasonings that I grew up with. But when I was taking my nutrition class in college, when I was going to college for sports medicine and fitness technology, my coach was talking about how amazing the combination of rice and beans is for your body, because rice is not that high in the glycemic index, unlike bread and potato chips and pasta is lower in the glycemic index, and beans are full of protein and fiber, and now we're adding the ground meat or the ground turkey, and that has a lot of protein. So rice and beans is a perfect combination. A lot of people are scared of rice and beans, and I mean like Hispanics are scared of their rice. They think that their rice is going to make them gain weight. It's not, unless you eat like a ton of it. Rice and beans is actually a really good and healthy combination for you. So I love to make rice and chili, and usually I would make the meat the same way that I make the beans. So one day I decided to just put them both together just to save time, and then boom, out came out my Puerto Rican chili. I added some peppers on the side because the peppers are just fresh peppers that you get in the produce section. You don't have to cook the peppers. They have a ton of vitamin C, which is so great for your skin. For dessert, I had some of my teenager's merchandise because she's been selling some cookies at school since she's running for homecoming princess this year, just like she did last year. She won last year, but the way that they do it in her school is that you have to raise the most money. So I had one of her sugar cookies for dessert because they're just so good. Alright guys, so that's it for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed what I eat in a day and can get some ideas of some easy recipes. As always, if you guys want to see more videos of fashion, fitness, and lifestyle, don't forget to press the red subscribe button and become a honeybee today for free. Give mama a big fat like, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!